Hello everybody and welcome to Talewarden, Riders of the New Day. This is a game that I am very curious about. I'm excited to see what it's all about. The description was really interesting, and I love the art style we got going on here, and the robot, and the teeth going on with this character. It all looks really cool, and I'm always excited to try out new demos. So I say, let's check this out. We'll do a new game. We're just going to play through the demo and see what we think. So, new game. This is the demo. In this version, we take the players through very first moments of the game. After that, we skip some content to present the campfire mechanic where you talk to your companions. Understood. Can we make some marshmallows? Does every existence have a purpose? Existential immediately. Does creation have a purpose? Do you have one? I don't think so, but I think that's what makes life beautiful. We want to create. We want our story to exist. Will you exist for us, Talewarden? Me? Whoa! You're falling. A moment ago you were in a different place, your home, your room. But now something is dragging you down. We are. Oh! Why? I'm dead! You killed me! Then there is darkness. You wake up, gasping for air, as something floods your mouth. It's cold and dark, and there's pain. But when the liquid floods your vision, the need to fight it, some instinct, smolders in you. It takes ages or seconds. You're not sure anymore. You jerk not to drown and expect more pain, but when you get up, it is gone. Whoa, where am I? You cautiously survey your surroundings. The fear grips you so tightly that you can only dwell on one thought. What is happening? You look at your reflection distorted by ripples. You remember. Your name is... Ooh, we got some typing in this? I love when games do that. It reminds me of Road Warden. My name is Yabby. Do I enter? There we go. Yabby. We should address you by they, them. What's going on? Where am I? You consider calling for help. Silence reigns here, as if this place lay at the bottom of a forgotten chest. Interrupting this tranquility seems unwise. You decide to... Help! Help! Hello? Can someone help me? Should you call again? Maybe you should climb and look around. You wait for something to happen. You're not even sure what exactly, but this world is deaf to your presence. For now. You push yourself to climb. Whoa, wow! You're greeted by a hostile desert drenched in weary sunset. It's an alien world, a despicable world. Instinct whispers to you that you are not welcome here. And it's right. This is actually kind of weird because I grew up in a desert a lot like this. Look at the storm, look at the mountains, look at the roots. Oh, I did hear that there was point and click in this. I like it so far. I like the different gameplay elements we got going. What about the storm? A dark band of thunderclouds connects the sand and sky. They curl up with unnatural grace and speed, forming a confined shape as if they're sealed in a glass case. The storm seems to be approaching you. Well, that's probably not good. What about the mountains? You can't tell how far away the mountains are, but you fear you wouldn't reach them until the storm reaches you. Besides, you might not be the only one considering the mountains a shelter. Your last resort would be to hide in a nearby building, but without a roof, it's not very tempting. What about the roots? Pale roots are sticking out from under the sand like the spines of underwater creatures, hard and dry, pockmarked like corals. I don't know if we have a really good spot to run and hide. Do we skip? Oh, there we go. As you stand in the desert, you feel an inexplicable pressure. It's fear, how could it not be? But partially it's a peculiar sense of being observed. There's no wind, and the air is odorless. Your ears ring from the uninterrupted silence of nothingness. Soon the wind rises, and the first thunder rumbles in the distance. The storm is getting closer. But storms don't move so fast across the sky, at least not in your world. Should you hide? There's nothing around that can shield you from the storm. The best thing to do is hide in the crater and wait it out. But what if a lightning strikes while you're knee-deep in that liquid? As if mocking you, the lightning cuts the sky. You'll risk your chances with the crater. Back in my hole. I'm just a mole. When you listen to the sound of approaching thunder, a new sound catches your attention. The muffled shouts and the rustle of sand. Is that somebody? They just saw me climb into a hole. They're like, what is this idiot doing? Something else is coming for you. Oh gosh. Oh! Ooh! You twitch as two riders appear at the end of the crater. Their mounts are barely visible in the cloud of dust. One figure is holding a crossbow, the other is tilting their head and inspecting the bottom of the crater, as if looking for something. When they see you, they smile in surprise. They both jump off their mounts. Oh, be friendly! We heard your cry even from afar. Silly, silly. Something else could have answered you. I don't know where I am! Good thing it was just us. We helped the lost, and the new. And you've already drawn the attention of the storm. We'd better hurry now. Wait, is the storm sentient? The rider gives a nod to his companion. They untie something attached to their saddle. Then they drag it along the sand with one hand while aiming at you with the other. Do you know what's going on here? Where am I? The rider examines you in silence. Then he smiles. You're on the planet called Notoria. I am... where? There will be time for all your questions soon. You can call me Ghost, and this is Lamina. This world is indifferent to courtesies, the more reason to keep them. So, what's your name? I'll be nice. Introduce myself. My name is Yabby. Lama raises their crossbow slightly. Their watchful stare makes you anxious. You feel like vermin caught in a cage you've entered by yourself. Ghost nods and then points to Lama's crossbow, as if by boredom. You can hide it for now. Lama glances at him, but follows the order. Ghost gracefully runs down the crater wall, but with his hands tucked behind his back. He stops in front of you, studying your attire. Ooh! He looks barely in his 20s, yet he wears an expression meant for someone older. He exudes doubtless confidence. A necklace with a mirror pendant hangs on his neck. In its reflection, something shifts, an image that doesn't belong here, but the scene changes quickly, revealing your face. He nods quickly at Lama and shifts from foot to foot. Despite his smile, he glances uneasily at his companion, and then the sky. Oh, wow! Okay, now that I know what you guys look like, I need to come up with voices. Lama slides down after him with a device tucked under their arm. The ease and efficiency with which they move suggests they've done this before. Their jaw is replaced by a metal implant, and their eyes are not human nor animal, but are in fact two sparking lenses. They look at you, not blinking once. Who are you two? We're the residents. But we once fell here, just as you did. Many, many sunsets ago. Here, which is where? Here, nowhere, everywhere. As I said, we call this place Notoria, and we will protect you from it, for now. I remember falling. Am I dead? We should be dead. We fell really far. No, you are very much alive. You cheated death. Cheated? I don't understand. You will soon. We have a few moments to chat now. Ooh, I can look around. Okay, inspect the suspicious liquid. Lama gently lowers the device into the liquid. They remove a syringe-like object from it as its weight causes it to sink to the bottom. Oh, whoa, what the? A flexible black tube links the syringe to the device, and as Lama pulls the liquid, the canteen gradually fills with a shimmering goo. Ooh, what are you doing? Gathering special resources. Those resources had almost drowned you a moment ago. Now, however, there is no trace of the liquid on your body or clothes, as if it had been absorbed immediately. That might not be good. You lean over and dip your hand. The liquid flows down your finger. Somehow it's both pristine and thick as honey. What is this thing? Leave it. It won't affect you now. When you lift your fingers, the liquid is completely soaked into your skin. Lama ignores you, and Ghost looks up at the sky. They have no intention of answering you. I thought I was gonna get answers. We were gonna chat. I'm confused. Look at the roots. I saw those roots on the surface, too. What are they? A keen eye. They resemble roots, so that's what we call them. However, no one knows exactly what they are or what they grow from. They cover most of Notoria. How come they weren't destroyed by my fall? They're completely intact. Notoria has many secrets. Perhaps you will have the opportunity to discover them in the near future. I hope so. If the storm doesn't murder me. What about the crater wall? Did I really crash here by a comet? Are you asking because you don't remember falling? Or because you don't believe it's real? Both. All I remember is something pulling me out of my chair, then the ringing in my ears and the ground coming at me, really, really fast. And now we're standing here. Lema saw you fall from the observation tower. Your comet, if you will. We came as quickly as we could. So, it's real. Ghost gives you a sympathetic smile. It's more sad than pitying, which makes it seem sincere. You wrap your arms around yourself more tightly. It's been a long time since someone new has fallen. I'm glad. I don't know if I am yet. Why am I here? I guess at least it's nice to not be alone. We'll skip ahead. Canteen's full. Do we have another? No, I don't travel with more than just one nowadays. I mean, what for? Shit, if only she hadn't shown up. We could return here later. One canteen won't be enough. It has to be. Ghost leans over and pours the liquid into a small bottle he kept in his coat. Yabby, we must hurry now, so allow me to make you an offer. You can go with us, and we will keep you safe. Or you can stay here and see what fate has to offer. I dare say that would be brave of you. Lightning strikes in the distance. The mounts on the edge of the crater lift their heads and wail. It's an almost human cry. She's coming. He offers you his hand. You guys are very vague. But also, the storm may or may not be sentient, and while it would be cool to chat with the sentient storm, I don't know if I'm willing to risk that today. I'll accept the help. You obeyed Ghost. Ghost approves. Well, now I don't know if I like that. Ghost helps you climb to the surface. Oh my goodness! Another thunder rumbles across the sky. A warning. The wind hits you and it almost pushes you back into the crater's belly. You hide your face from the sand in the approach to the mounts. Don't look Zahirs in the eye. You decide to... Don't look. I'll be nice. Good. You'll ride with me. Okay, so definitely not horses. The storm still catches up with you, roaring in rage. You can almost make out words in that wail. As the clouds envelop you, soft feathers drift around. Even with your face covered, oh my goodness! You can still feel the sand in your eyes and mouth. You curl up behind Ghost, clutching his coat. The only sounds you hear are the swish of air and the canteen banging against the saddle. Almost there! The mountains, distant until now obscure the horizon and welcome you into their embrace. You're an insignificant speck between giants about to collide. Whoa! Lightning strikes nearby. The mountains jump up violently as the wind tosses sand and metal parts and... Something hits your leg. A scrap of metal slices your skin. Your scream is lost in another thunder. Oh, that's not good! Oh, I fell and now I'm hurt! As darkness creeps under your eyelids, you notice a fortified gate implanted in the rock wall. Then, you faint. Oh. Did your wish come true? Can you hear us? Who are you? Whoa! You wake up when warm air blows into your nostrils. You open your eyes. One mount leans its head over you, caressing your cheek. You're lying on the ground. Ghost pushes the mounts away and leans over you. His hair peeks out from beneath the hat, all tousled. Dust has settled on his face and clothes. Whoa, those look cool! Ah, you're awake. You're trapped within four walls, with a single window next to a pocket door. Someone is watching you from the other side of the glass. The air here is musty, and the smell of metal makes you nauseous. The metal door behind you shudders. It's not the sound of nearby thunder, but of many fists banging on the metal. Yet the door remains closed, with only the latch trembling with each subsequent strike. It's the storm. She's trying to come inside, but she won't succeed. She'll get bored soon and leave. Doesn't sound like she's... Oh? When you try to stand up, a sudden pain pierces your leg. Be careful now. You've just fainted. And you haven't lost much blood. Does this happen to you often? I just fell out of the sky! No? You look down at the spot where it hurts. Your pant leg is cut. The long slit mirrors the one on your skin. Blood stains your pants and seeps into the ground. Please don't panic. I'm gonna just groan. Ugh. I hate blood. They don't react. Run a simplified admission procedure. But, Sheriff, they're still bleeding. Now. Oh gosh, oh my goodness! Lema's voice is cold and mechanical. They lean over you, and one of their lenses turns red. A focused beam of light runs over your body. DNA scan reveals they're human. No weapons, no implants. What is the name of your home planet or world? I'm from Earth. Do you have any possessions with you? Why are you asking? It's a part of the procedure. Lema ensures that no one who enters the town poses a threat to our people. If you don't cooperate, I'll have to search you myself, even in this state. Oh, dear. Fine. I don't have anything with me. How can you contribute to Cradle Town? You can only focus on the pain. You feel the sand sticking to your wound. The only response Lema gets from you is a grumble through your teeth. Ugh. Can you fight? Do you have any powers? Any particular skills? I have the power of fainting. I'm about to do it again. Powers? I don't have any powers. I'm just average. A normal person. What were you doing before the fall? I started the computer. I wanted to play. Are you a scientist? Technician? Can you control technology or weave data? How about you let me finish my fucking sentence? Weave? No, I just wanted to turn on a video game. In what purpose? To fucking play it, Ghost! Just for fun! I turned on the video game because I wanted to play. A moment later, I woke up in the desert. Lema and Ghost exchange confused glances. They might not know what a video game is. I can make you a pretty dance, but I need a healthy leg for that. Help me, damn it. Please take me to a doctor. Help me, damn it. Stop interrogating me. I'm hurt. Don't shout. Storm's wails are loud enough. I'm fucking bleeding. The silence that falls is piercingly cold. Please. Ghost reaches under his coat. You notice a golden badge hooked onto his belt, right next to the holstered revolver. I approve the assignation. So soon, but Yakumir has to perform the second test. We will continue the procedure later. Ghost ignores them and hands you a small bottle that he has filled with the shimmering liquid back at the crater. Ooh, pretty. Pour it on your wound. It'll help. I mean, they saved me, but I don't really have much of a choice right now, do I? I'll take it. You obeyed Ghost. You can't tell if his words are genuine or if it's a trap. The pain makes the choice for you. Without even rolling up your pant leg, you grab the bottle and pour the liquid over your wound. When the bottle is empty, Ghost takes it and hides it in his coat. It will not heal otherwise. You blink a few times. Your nerves are as stunned as you are. Your wound is sealed. When you stand up, the pain disappears as if it were never there. What? How is this possible? Lema and Ghost exchange amused glances. Rookie. I fell out of the sky. Why are you guys making fun of me? You only survived the fall because this liquid began regenerating you the moment you hit the surface. We call it Nixa. So it's underground? Not quite. Whenever someone falls, the crater fills with it. Just enough to save someone's life. We did dig for it, but never found the source. It's our most valuable commodity and the only natural remedy, whose effects you have just seen. We use it as currency and medicine, but each resident of our town can only request the amount of Nixa they are entitled to. You will receive your share once you have proven yourself useful, and only if we decide to keep you. Then why did you give it to me now? Take it as a credit of trust. We help those who need help. If they abide by our laws, we welcome them here and reward them for their work. And where exactly are we? Cradle Town, the safest place there is. Ooh! The lightning strikes at the door, and the sound echoes throughout the room. Even Ghost and Lema step back, and the mounts whine. So now I'm your prisoner? You can leave the town even now, but don't count on us taking you back. You glance at the door again. You'd rather take your chances here. Now, I'm awaited inside. Please follow us. I'll take you to the ship. The ship? The ship? Ship? What about temporary quarters? I want to keep this one close. Lema grabs Zahir's reins, and they both head towards the entrance by the window. The door opens with a beep, and you follow them in silence. Oh, that's weird to hear a beep here. It's just been empty desert. Ooh. You walk through the tunnel. Ghost sets the path before you while Lema watches your back. The mounts follow you calmly. The walls are quite uneven, as if the tunnel has been dug up and sculpted by hand. Several floral bulbs, which have been hung using string, illuminate your path. You raise your hand to touch them. I wouldn't do that. They can swallow your fingers. Touch anyway. You slide your finger over the flower, quickly, so it cannot retaliate for your rudeness, but the flower seems dead. You glance mistrustfully at Lema. They flash their lens in response. Ooh! Boo. Ah! Ahead of you, another door emerges from the darkness. Ghost unlocks it with the door control panel, and it slides open. Oh wow, there is a whole town back here. There's wanted posters? Before you, Cradle Town stands. The air is thick with the warm, comforting scent of wood, blended with a subtle sweetness that's hard to pin down. Strings of lamps stretch between buildings, illuminating the townsfolk sitting on their porches. A few of them turn their gaze to you. Lenses flash and pupils widen. Some twist their necks at unnatural angles to get a better look. I mean, they did say it's been a while since anyone new showed up. This way. Ghost leads you towards a narrow alley. He quickly walks, not bothering to hide his haste. Lema says their goodbyes and leaves, taking the mounts. Ooh. You stroll down the littered street, discarded cans and crumpled papers strewn across the ground. The writing on the papers resembles magical runes. You can't decipher it. As you walk by a dimly lit porch, a couple sitting in rocking chairs notices you. One of them is missing a nose, and a small indentation on their face emits a puff of smoke. Hey, Sheriff, found us the salvation yet? It takes time. Yeah, so does waitin'. Yo-ho, who's that? The other person leans in. Their skin is a deep shade of blue and is covered with tiny scales. They have fins for ears. Surprise blossoms on their face at the sight of you, and their cheeks blush a warm lavender color. Do not concern yourself with us. Residents immediately look away and indulge in whispers. As I said before, it's been a long time since anyone new arrived. You're sure to catch a few glimpses. Oh, that'll help with the overwhelming feeling of being in this situation. As you follow Ghost through the labyrinthian streets, your eyes dart around the houses that line the way. At times, you catch sight of someone's eyes watching you from a window, but they disappear soon as you look closer. You're not humans. Some residents are, like you and me, but others aren't. Are you disturbed by people who are different from you? I'm just surprised. I guess that's true. I never believed in aliens. Aliens? I guess you could describe us like that, yes. Have you all fallen here from different worlds? Yes, we did. Tomorrow we'll finish the admission procedure. I'll introduce you to townsfolk and show you around. Why not now? Now I have other duties to attend to. Here we are. Oh? Sheriff's quarters. Oh, it is a ship. So did somebody come here and not fall here? Or did this fall with them? You leave the tangle of alleys onto the starship. It seems as if the starship collided head-on with the mountain. While some of its walls have been patched up with metal scraps, the cockpit is completely destroyed. It leans against the wall in a slight curve, unfit for any use other than accommodation. Is this a real starship? Did someone crash it here? How lovely to see someone startled by our town. Yes, the ship has fallen here with one of the residents, town's creator to be precise. Now it's home to me and my subordinates. If you ever need to visit a clinic, it's in the building to the right. There's a passageway that runs directly through the ship and leads right to it. Oh, I see it. So you do have a doctor here, not only Nixa? We have a healer. She treats minor injuries. However, for more severe wounds or sudden injuries like the one in your leg, we turn to Nixa. You approach the starship. Ghost clicks something on the panel next to the pocket door, which, after a moment, slides open. Ooh. Ghost leads you into a corridor illuminated by fluorescent lights at the ceiling. He gestures for you to proceed, and as you do so, something flashes at the end of the hall. A mirror, on slightly crooked legs with a golden frame. A crack spreads across the mirror like a scar, cutting your reflection in half. Why would anyone put it here? Your cabin is on the right. The sound of accelerated footsteps interrupts him. Someone is running through the corridor toward you. Ghost! It's the woman! She! Oh my goodness, your eyes! Oh no. Take me to her. Before running away without any explanation, he reaches under his coat, his hands slightly shaking. Yabby, I'll meet you in your cabin later. Take my journal and study the town's map, but don't wander anywhere. Oh! They run down the corridor and turn left to the clinic. Oh! You acquire a journal. The journal tracks mysteries and character information you gather in all items you've found. To open the journal, click on the icon in the upper right corner. Alright. You're left alone. Fluorescent lights buzz quietly above your head and you stare at your crooked reflection. More and more questions form in your head. Oh, I see. Okay, characters. We've got Ghost. Talk to Ghost to learn more about him. Talk to Ghost, talk to Ghost, talk to Ghost. Distrust and friendship. Are you the only one on our list? Not even Lema? I guess not. I guess we haven't really talked to them that much. Cradle Town? Oh, so that's where we are, and we came in through there. Inventory. Collectibles. Old hoodie. Nothing else. I guess maybe that's what we came here in. No gifts. I am new. Mysteries. Okay, let's see. Like everyone else, you fell here by a comet. Nixa, the liquid that filled your crater, healed you after your fall. Every resident of Notoria comes from a different world. Okay, in the full version of the game, you'll uncover more mysteries and information about characters. That's good to know. The roots cover most of the land, emerging from beneath the surface. No one knows what they grow from. They were in the crater, too. So that they have something to do with the craters. Maybe. Before you fell, you switched on a game you played many times before. Everything else is a blur. What happened back there? Did someone do this to you? You ponder the faint memory of someone's voice as you were falling. As you stand quietly, a creeping sensation starts to take over once again. You tense up at the feeling of someone staring at you, perceiving you. Maybe it's your reflection, or maybe someone is peering at you from their room. You shiver. With Ghost gone, you can either comply and stay in your cabin, or disobey him and explore Cradle Town. If you are able to explore the area, the journal of the map will automatically display. From there, you can select the destination you wish to travel to. We wonder what you will discover. Ooh, okay, your cabin, clinic, market, saloon, main street. So we can travel, or do we stay here? I kinda don't want to listen. I'm curious. I want to look around. I mean, it's right there. Surely it's okay to go to the saloon. Just a little peek. I know that goes directly against what Ghost just told me to do, but just a little peek. Ooh. You push the swinging doors open. You imagine the stares you'll receive as soon as you walk in, just like the movies. However, the noise and bustle help you slip into the bar unnoticed. Heavy cigar smoke scratches your throat as you move through the crowd. The smell here is not only of smoke, but also of something soapy. Some tables are covered with cards and glasses filled with a white, clear liquid that looks like diluted milk. The liquor shelf seems mostly empty. You stop by the bar. Skulls. So many skulls. Large enough to curl up inside or thinner than a thimble. Some have multiple eye sockets. Some have horns. Rows of sharp teeth that could cage you easily. You don't want to know what they belong to or why they ended up here. There are even more of them on the wall near the bar. Old-fashioned mirrors, similar to the one you saw on the starship, hang between them. Someone's watching us through those mirrors. That's probably why the sheriff had one, right? They're probably like cameras of some sort for something to watch through. That's why we feel watched all the time and why they're everywhere. This is a surveillance situation. Under the skulls hangs a notice board pinned with handwritten messages and posters. Yes, those notorious wanted posters. All of the drawn faces seem to mock you, and there are a lot of them. You look at the ones with the highest reward quoted in Nixa milliliters, a condition to bring them alive. Oh, the Shepherd of Misfortune, the Storm Sailor, the Poet of Cradletown, the Faceless Musician. The Poet of Cradletown looks familiar. I think I've seen you on parts of the game. Weren't you on the title screen? Oh, okay. The Faceless Musician. A shepherdess with the mantle over her shoulders, a woman adorned with jewelry and peculiar tattoos on her neck, a robot covered with moss with one eye broken, and a man with thick scars as if his face was chopped in half. Can I help you? Ooh, hello. The bartender wipes a glass, his beady, shining eyes focus intently on you. As you stare back at him, he snorts with amusement. Howdy. So, what do you need? Look respectfully. I don't need anything. I got a tall drink of water right here. Anyway, what? Look respectfully. You stare at him a little too long. Did you say something? The bartender breathes heavily through his nostrils, displaying his annoyance. I'm Bell. I see you're a newcomer. The word of new comment has not reached me yet. Oh, I wasn't staring because I was shocked. Did you get an expedited admission procedure or something? I guess so. The storm caught up to us and the sheriff was busy, and I'm definitely listening to him right now. Great, then they won't send an expedition to gather more Nixa. She'll bury your crater with sand or scatter Nixa around like raindrops. Did you see how much they collected? I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this. 1 canteen. What? So little? They said they weren't prepared. They should have been. Doesn't matter, it's not your problem. Are you even allowed here? Sheriff permitted you to wander only by yourself? Sure he did. No, but I'm gonna be honest, but I wanted to explore. I don't blame you, but he'll be pissed. He always is, usually over nothing. Okay, so I can ask about many things. What about the sheriff? Tell me about the sheriff. What of him? I don't know, doesn't he seem a little young? Everyone thought so too. No one took him seriously. When the founder of Cradletown announced that he wanted to grant Ghost authority, many opposed the idea by submitting their candidacy. One sunset before the founder made a decision, Ghost revealed the secret of each candidate, things no one should have known, which humiliated them in the eyes of everyone. He promised that no one would be harmed or suffer injustice under his protection. He knew that the law can't just be bureaucracy, and he won. Till the sunset, he did keep his word. Ooh, it has something to do with the mirrors, doesn't it? Whenever trouble starts, he shows up right away with Lema and Jaco, and they quickly settle the matter. That's because they're watching everything. But the bartender leans close in and whispers, covering his snout with a handkerchief. He promised that he would find a way back home, but that promise is aged like milk. Many believe that he says he's still looking for a way to keep his badge. Huh, interesting. I don't know how much of that I believe and how much is just rumors, but let me ask about you. That's me. How long have you been here? No idea. It's been so long I barely remember my homeworld. But there was no sand. Here there's a lot of it. It gets everywhere. It's rough and coarse. Since the sheriff's old squad found me, I haven't surfaced once because of that sand. What do you do here all day? Like everyone else, I try to stay sane. Liquor helps. And besides that, I visit my partners. So you never surface? No, too much sand and monsters. Interesting. I wonder, sand and monsters, huh? I wonder how the people who are outlaws get around, especially with stuff like the storm. I wonder what would have happened if I had stayed quiet, if the storm would have come near, if I would have had more time. Seems like they saw me either way, but... What about Cradletown? It's a town, you're in it. I don't know what else to tell you. It's lasted longer than any other town in Notoria that I know of. That's because it has good rules. The sheriff doesn't hesitate to kick out anyone who causes problems. It's a good way to prevent overpopulation. There's also plenty of work here, which keeps people busy. On Notoria, there aren't many things to do. You can either work in a town or commune, or live as a sole vacant, An independent traveler and be at the mercy of the desert. Oh, okay, so other people can travel around. I chose Cradletown. What can you do in here? You can go entertain yourself, look for a job on notice boards. Hell, you can even stand on the main street and sing. Some folks do that just out of boredom. Every resident is either entertaining others or creating something. Any novelty gets an applause. And if Ghost allows you to stay, you can volunteer for expeditions. At least this was the case until recently. Ghost suspended all expeditions some time ago. Huh. Why? Interesting. Well, I don't know if I want to stay here. Kind of want to see what else is out in this world, you know? But, I mean, this is the safest place for now until the storm passes. What about the skulls? These are trophies brought by hunters from the expeditions. They bring you skulls. No, I harvest skulls from what they bring me. You give the bartender a look of mild horror mixed with disgust. It forces him to elaborate. It's a little hobby of mine, and I have a creative soul. I think I'll be going. Be careful. If you wander around, you're sure to cause quite a stir. Everyone saw the sheriff and Lema leave in a hurry. Once they realize you're the reason why, you'll become their biggest attraction. A symbol of hope, even. Oh, no. Hope for what? For an escape? For change. No one talks about it out loud because Ghost has the means to hear everything, but people whisper about the need for change, and the bartender listens. Recently, Ghost hasn't made any effort to send us back home. In fact, he's become even more avoidant since that wanderer arrived in the town. Who was it? He was a soul vagrant, came here to trade, but instead of following the proper procedure, he came to my saloon and caused trouble. He said that he was kicked out of his village for a crime that he claimed he didn't commit. But there was guilt in his eyes. Then Ghost came for him and kicked him out of the town. After that, the sheriff started leaving his office even less than before. He was constantly busy and suspended the expeditions. No one knows why. Anyway, I hope you prove to be better than that wanderer. If so, the saloon is open all sunset. All sunset? Yep. Actually, if you're eager to explore, you could check the schedule at the expedition's HQ for me. I want to know if anything changed. Okay. Thanks, kiddo. The bartender never leaves his saloon. You decide to head out, but as you turn to leave, you catch a glimpse of movement in one of the mirrors. You thought you saw the silhouette of a man, but when you quickly search for a reflection, you see no one. But the others see you. Someone invites you through a table when you walk through the saloon door. You recall Ghost's command to stay in the starship. Despite Ghost's young appearance, he exudes an air of authority that is hard to ignore, and you consider coming back. The feeling that you are breaking some unspecified law haunts you. But maybe exploring the town a little longer won't cause any harm. I'm afraid I don't know where the expedition thing is, do I? Let's see. Let me look at the journal specifically. Okay, mysterious man. A soul vagrant who wandered into Cradletown, allegedly banished from his village for a crime he didn't commit. The sheriff kicked him out of town. Since then, Ghost has not been responding to people's requests. What did that person say? Curious. I think I don't want to risk it right now. I know this is just a demo. Well, I mean, it is just a demo. So maybe we do be a little bit bolder than we probably should be. But they went to the clinic. I probably shouldn't go to the clinic. Let's check out the main street. Just a peek. A little longer walk couldn't hurt anybody. Ghost can wait. Empty alleys lead you to the main street. You whisper, "It's high noon," and raise your invisible guns. Coincidentally, a tumbleweed rolls across the street. Magical timing. I see a centaur! Look at the notice board. Notices of missing items and job offers are posted on the board. Someone even announced a request to clear their haunted blood. Another person wanted to organize an evening of poetry. Only 2 people signed up. When you walk up to the board, you also see wanted posters you saw at the saloon. There's also an expedition schedule pinned to it by a nail. A big red line crosses out all the dates. Contact Lema if it's urgent, it says at the bottom. I wonder if that's changed. Should we go back and tell... Maybe we could go back and tell them. I'm just saying, I bet there are a lot of people here who would love a D&D campaign right now, alright? I'll put that up on the notice board. You want me to be useful around here? I'll be the dungeon master. That's how we get people out of this funk escapism. The townsfolk. Some of the townsfolk are busy trading goods, while others sit around barrels chatting, playing cards, or watching twitching hologram images on small portable monitors, or ethereal smoke-like figures moving in someone's palm. There's a low hum in the air. Some of the residents are lifting objects around them without using their hands. You don't know if it's magic or technology. Here they are intertwined. They couldn't be more different from each other, yet you notice one thing they all have in common. Their faces reflect the same weariness and a strange indifference. Something in their eyes ages them, perhaps the seclusion of this isolated place. Most of them wear cowboy hats. Newcomer? Uh-oh. It's been so long. Another human. Oh, uh-oh. Maybe I should leave. Oh, look at the walls. The stone walls are patched with mismatched materials, a kaleidoscope of scraps of metal and wood pieced together haphazardly. The fortified walls hold the town in a stranglehold. Beneath the patches, the rock is sharp, and the grooves resemble those on the crater walls carved by your comet. Many of the patches are reinforced by a framework whose legs encircle the town like the rungs of a protective cradle. Hey, Cradle Town. This place seems safe, looked upon, observed. Too observed. Is there any mirrors around here? Trying to see if I spot any. I guess there's that necklace on the wall right there, but I don't see any mirrors unless you count the reflective doorways. But I bet there's some around here. Look at the buildings. As you glance at the signs on the buildings, tattoo animation, spell undoing, repairing magic. As you stroll, you pass by a large repair shop. You glance inside at the pieces displayed in the front window. They all seem like things of fiction. You find a stable that shelters a small group of Zahirs, tucked away behind the bustling main street. The mounts quietly face the wall, as if drawn to something within the stone. The stale scent of dry hay hangs in the air, emphasizing the unsettling absence of food and water in the trough. Zahirs remain quiet, gazing in one direction only. Ominous? Let's see. People's interest grows with repeated rumor of your presence, but no one welcomes you directly. You walk away to avoid their stares. Yeah, I should go. I'm gonna go back to the saloon and say what I found. You return and see Bell still wiping the glass. What do you need? I'm back. Tell you about the expeditions. Expeditions are still cancelled. Ugh. Figures. I'm running low on supplies, you know. People will get angry with this soon enough. Yeah, why are you guys locked down? How are people supposed to survive if nobody's getting things anymore? And less than surviving, what about living? Never mind, I'll give you this, for the trouble. The bartender grabs something from under the counter that looks like a cluster of berries. The fruits are semi-transparent with a little darker orb inside. Ooh, pretty. Glassberries. No one really likes them, but I heard they taste sweet to humans. Yeah, I can smell that you are one. Well, thank you, but don't try eating it like that. If you don't, I don't want you to throw up on your first sunset. Squish it so that only the inside is left. Then you can eat it. Okay, thank you. I got num-nums! You found a gift. You can view gifts in your journals. You can give them to your companions later on. I see. Sure thing, kiddo. Alright, well, it was good chatting with you. Bell just wags his tail in response. Alright, I definitely should head to my cabin now. I'm just glad I was able to help out the expedition, or check on the expeditions before I got in trouble. Let's go back. We're probably in trouble either way. Are you sure going to the cabin will end your first sunset? Well, I mean, if you're gonna warn me, then I am gonna look at everything else. Let's go to the market. Ooh. You wonder if Ghost has already noticed your absence. Your silly anxiety persists, even though you were only gone for a short while. Maybe you should get back soon. You walk up to the row of stalls and look at laid-out trinkets. Petite bottles filled with suspicious boiling liquids that promise to alter mood and thoughts, handmade weapons, jewelry, prosthesis, and implants with coupons redeemable at a nearby mechanic. You pass a food stand. The food looks rather overcooked, and it's hard to tell whether it's skewered on wooden sticks was once root or rodent. You smell spices and burnt oil that irritate your stomach. Hunger strikes quickly. You hope someone will give you a meal soon. Can I eat the glassberries? Oh, hello! One merchant notices your interest and waves at you. A light symbol scars their face in a tree cross-section pattern. They respond favorably to your glance. They pick up a pair of boots and say they're perfect for running away from a sandweaver, whatever that means. They try to sell them to you enthusiastically. You politely refuse, explaining you have nothing in exchange. You look at the other things they have on display. Where do you get all these items from? All my goods are from the last expedition. Did you know the hunters found an abandoned backpack? There was so much stuff in it, these boots included. I'm telling you, you won't find such boots anywhere else. They've been checked by the sheriff, of course. I sell nothing dangerous. Hunters? Expeditions? We know about this, Yabby. Well, yes. Expeditioners who hunt for goods. Okay, but the expeditions have stopped. What happens when you run out of stuff? How can I pay for your stuff? I'll accept items of similar value for an exchange, but the value is for me to determine, as my stuff is the most wonderful there is. You politely refuse, once again. But, food? I don't, but you can buy crystallized wishes, chewable bones, or even fried cacti there, right there. If you're looking for something more concrete, you can pay me now, and I'll ensure its delivery on the next expedition. I don't have money! I heard from Bell that expeditions have been postponed lately. Well, yes, but that makes the offer even better. Once the expeditioners deliver the goods, their price will increase, and I guarantee I won't take any extra payment from you. I think I'll pass. So, what's it gonna be? Would you like a patch of bulb flower smeared with terry saliva? It won't heal big wounds, but it's good for small cuts. We have to manage somehow, since they cut our Nixa rations, right? Or some jewelry? Everyone likes jewelry here. It's quite pretty. It sure is. I could take that hoodie from you. It doesn't suit you, nor the color, neither the texture. Trust me. I'll do you a favor by taking it from you. What do you say? A hoodie for a bracelet? I like the hoodie. Sure. Why not? So pretty. What a treasure. The merchant takes your tattered hoodie and gives you one of their bracelets in return. Interesting. Ooh, pretty. A horseshoe symbol. Here it is. It's a companion bracelet. I made a new batch recently. Lovely, isn't it? Companion bracelet? Like friendship bracelets? Yes, give it to your friend. Whether it's an old one or a new one, you'll immediately win their favor. Really, you didn't know about them? They're popular. Oh, and how about... I gotta go! They lean closer to you and add in a whisper. Raw Moonu root, I assure you, this delivery is extremely strong, much stronger than that diluted liquor Bell sells. But I still don't have anything for exchange. I see. Then maybe... you could go to the saloon and bring me my glasses. I left them there last sunset. If you do this, I'll give you a sample of Moonu. Might even add a hot gossip to it for free. Gossip? Sure, yeah. Splendid. Once again, you get the feeling of being watched, as if something or someone was standing right behind your back. Mirrors! Going back to the saloon. Hey, Bell, you getting used to seeing me? You're still wiping that glass. It's okay. Do you have the merchant's glasses? The pink-haired merchant wanted their glasses back. Good, I was gonna leave my saloon just to return them. Oh, you weren't gonna leave your saloon. Alright, well thank you. Ooh, pretty. Also, I wanted to check. What are companion bracelets? Oh, I guess I can't look, but maybe it's like... I guess it's like a friendship bracelet, but maybe it's also for romance? I'm not sure. If it is for friendship or, like, raising friendship, could you imagine going back to my cabin and Ghost is like, where the fuck have you been? And I'm just like, here's a gift for you. Alright, I gotta go. He just wags his tail. Alright, bye-bye. Back to the market. Corner of your eye, you notice the dark silhouette again. You feel their gaze on your neck, but when you turn around, they're gone. You shouldn't be here. I know. I'm in trouble. Day 1, and I'm already causing problems. But, if you think about it, I'm proving that I'm useful. I'm running around getting stuff done. It's little stuff, but it's stuff that other people weren't doing. You return to the market. The merchant doesn't seem to see you, but when you come closer, they immediately smile. Do you have them? Here you are. Yes. The merchant takes the glasses and wipes them. So, I promised you gossip, didn't I? And Moonu root, but I don't think I want that when the sheriff is probably watching me right now. They wave at you to come closer to their stall. I went to the higher-ups to resubmit the request to demolish the theater. I mean, who needs it anyway? We need more space to expand the market, that's what I said. But they dismissed me, just like that. They told me that the sheriff had postponed all requests for another week, yet he already dismissed me 3 times in the past month. Want to know my opinion? Oh, glasses. They put on their glasses and lean in for something hidden under their stall. I think he grew even more bitter after this shooting incident. Shooting incident? Oh, you know, when he allegedly shot one of his old crew. What? They hand you something small, shaped like a snail's shell, a root of some kind. Oh, I don't know if I should be carrying this around. You don't take a bite. You won't eat it. Its smell is sour and potent like fermented apples. What is this? It's raw munu root, town's favorite. How come you don't know this? Uh-oh. I do. I just forgot. It is edible, right? Well, yes, but you have to cook it first. The merchant squints their eyes and looks at your face for the first time with glasses on. Oh no. Wait a minute. You're not from around here. You don't want your presence to cause any gossip to reach Ghost's ears, so you decide to run away. Sorry, I need to go. Alright, time to go. Yes, I think I have pushed my luck far more than I should have. Uh-oh. Hey. Oh! The voice rings next to your ear, followed immediately by the buzzings of mechanisms. You turn around abruptly. It's Lema. I wanted to explore. They say nothing. Only now do you notice that they aren't even breathing. Their lenses continue to rotate, but Lema doesn't move. Can you see me? I can. So could half the town. Humans always seek new experiences, constantly needing to feel something. You must feel very small when you aren't experiencing things. I'm glad I'm beyond that now. Wait, so you were human? Come with me before the sheriff finds you. I don't have the energy for his nonsense this sunset. Okay, so do you not like each other? Go to your cabin, now. All right. You sound like my parent. You find your cabin, ready to rest. The door next to you opens slightly. Oh! Something stirs in the darkness. It mumbles. You freeze and listen. A clap. Then a sharp snap, as if something is being ripped apart. You open the door to your cabin. Oh, what? Oh, come on! What happened? You've completed the first half of Act 1. After the events of Act 1, you'll be sent to the surface to find the notorious Riders of the Night. They'll be your companions throughout the game. Oh. Now we'll introduce you to the campfire, a major mechanic that begins in Act 2. For this demo, conversations have been shortened. Understood, partner? Oh, wow! Hover over the character you want to talk to. You can talk to all of them or skip the campfire altogether by clicking on the fire. Engaging in conversations will increase your affection, which will have a big impact on your story. Well, I'm talking to everyone all the time. Will you join the Riders of Night or will you rest? I will join. Oh, you guys were on the wanted posters. So we're going to find you, but we're also joining you? Interesting. I wonder what that says for what is about to happen in Cradle Town. Or with Ghost, or with everyone. I guess we'll find out. I don't particularly trust the town yet, except for Bell, but... what about you, Battis? Or Batiste? Takes a drag from her cigar, playing with her lighter. Gazing at the smoke, she stirs it lazily with her cigar. It twists and curls, forming a silhouette within the tendrils. Though she seems to be in her mid-20s, the weight of passing days has left a visible mark of exhaustion in her eyes. A faint grimace that frequently appears at the corners of her mouth suggests a deep weariness to which she seems accustomed. Still, her eyes dart around sharply, constantly searching, constantly watchful. Batiste extinguishes her cigar against the sole of her shoe and stands in front of you. Whatever is it that you want? I'd like to talk to you. Let's hear it. Can you tell me something about yourself? Your tattoos. They're not tattoos. These are marks left by greedy hands. If you look closely, you'll notice the lines of fingers. See? Haunting, aren't they? Someone did this to you? Maybe someday I'll tell you more, if I like you. I'm sorry. Greedy doesn't mean uninvited. I'm also to blame for them. Oh. What world are you from? You look human, but I could be wrong. Oh, well, the eyes don't seem human. My world. It's been a long time since I thought about it. I don't remember many things anymore, however, I certainly remember how it was diversified. The war-tainted sub-world and the up-world of hills high above the ground, between which one could only travel by cloud ships. I doubt you could imagine their horror and beauty. Ships gliding through the sky, cities built on the peaks of the lonely Dagger Mountains, abandoned monasteries where stolen dragons were auctioned off, and storms. Many, many wild storms. I traveled on a cloud ship. There were times when we hadn't set foot on solid ground for months. What times they were. Maybe one day I'll share a few sailor tales with you. Oh, you're the storm sailor, that's right. Interesting. So that brings up another question, is do people age here, or are we trapped in some sort of eternal stasis? Can we die? We can get hurt, but can we die? Or is it just that the longer you're here, the more you forget, like Castle Oblivion? What do you do for fun? I tinker with things, and I think about cloud ships. What would it take to build one here? You could build an entire cloud ship alone? Nay, that's the problem. I was a decent shipwright. Now I know your voice. Good at repairing ships, but I wasn't so good at building them from scratch. I've thought many times about what I'd need to build one here, but even if I had the right tools and engine, I doubt I could do that. I can help you find the right parts. I've looked for them and tried to buy some from traders, but they weren't any good. But it's nice that you propose it. I have some things, but I won't give them yet. I'll let you rest. Batiste nods goodbye to you. Oh, okay, so I have to give gifts, or I can't talk to them anymore. That's good to know. What have we got? We only have ghost in our description, and I don't know how much I trust you. Okay, we have two. Oh, we have several. We have a harmonica. When did we get that? Well, I think I know who to give it to. One of you two. Maybe you? The poet? Finch? Zahan? Daedra. What about you? Daedra sits before their tent. Zahan and the poet in front of them, keeping their distance. Hi! Don't worry, kiddo. It's nothing. Of course, it's just a book. After all, books happen to get torn apart all the time. It's just that this particular one was important, very important, and... What happened? The poet found Daedra in his and Finch's tent. They were tearing pages out of his book. And I say that nothing happened. The kid just ripped out a few pages and ate them. Oh, yes, they do that sometimes. Was that book important? No, it's ancient history. Come on, Mr. Poet. We'll write a poem with a twig in the sand, and you'll feel much better. Huh, interesting. When they leave, Daedra pats the ground right next to them and waits for you to sit. While they're looking ahead at the campfire, the other pair of irises is pointed at you. Dead. Forgotten. What are you talking about? Notoria. Old, very old. Kept satisfied, but more hungry now. Why? The planet's hungry? Partially. It tries. It fails. It dries out. Everyone tried but failed. They dry out too. Can you explain it more? Please try to use simple words for me. Daedra wrinkles their forehead and begins to wriggle. They want to explain. They want you to understand. Their eyes shift. Their mandibles twitch. Daedra, I'm sorry. I won't nag you again, okay? Need paper now. Oh, are you trying to write something or draw something? What about the writers? What do you think of them? Remorse, desperation, ennui, longing. Are you talking about someone specific? And what do you think about me? Not know. Paper. I don't have any paper right now. Paper. Great. You don't have anything else to talk about. Aw. Why do you want paper? I wonder if you have to do with why we had to go and find the writers in the first place, since you don't seem to know them either. Maybe. Let's see. We have 3 more people to talk to, so we can at least give 3 gifts. Let's talk to Zahan. Zahan sits on the ground, her legs stretched out in front of her, her dress folded up. You notice that both her legs are hooved, but one of them is a metal prosthesis with tiny mechanisms attached to the sides. A single branch snaps and sends sparks flying in all directions. Shit! Every single spark seems to find its way to Zahan, and they bounce off her prosthesis. She jumps up, precariously shaking off her dress and bumping into you in the process. Oh? What brings you to me? I wanted to talk. Lucky me. What's up? Her voice carries a subtle hook, leaving you to question whether her smirk reflects sincerity or hints sarcasm. Uh-oh. Can you tell me something about her yourself? Predicting the future. Your mantle. I made it in my homeland. The yarn I used is made from the fur of my pet. Oh, and the strings sewn into our tents are made from the same yarn. You can sew? Kinda. I sew and craft some things on kinda level. At least I did, when it was fun. Now it's not fun? It's meh now. I don't have any inspiration. Besides, what would I do with another teddy bear made from old shoes? I can't take it with me unless it's useful, and my art was never useful. Anyway, my mantle is cruelty-free. It's very important for you to know that. When you want to know me, because I'm a vegetarian and I wouldn't wear animal skin. But I can bite something non-vegetable if someone would want to steal my mantle. We Ors have very strong feelings about our properties, and very sharp teeth. Oh, gotcha. I won't touch it. Good. Then you'll keep your fingies. Predicting the future? I heard you can predict the future. How come you didn't predict that you'll meet me? It doesn't work like that. Wait, who? Right, Ghost told you that. I don't predict the future. I can only predict the possibilities. So you can predict the possibilities with the dice? Are they magical? No, far from it. They're unlucky. In my world, I once snuck into the town to see a play. I loved it. In fact, I loved it so much I leaned too hard on the railing and broke it. I stole that broken railing and ran away. Later, I made the dice from it. So no magic, only bad luck. Oh, D4s. Or good luck, depends on how you look at it. And that's all you have to know. Zora does not want to talk about this now. Okay, so maybe when we're closer. What about the world you're from? My world? Oh, what a heavy topic. I'm from a small mountain village. If someone ever named my world, the tale of it didn't reach us. What was it like there? Peaceful. Boring. I'm an Or, a shepherdess from a clan that raises ohms for wool. Do you know what a sheep is? I do. Then imagine a sheep almost 2 meters tall, with a long snout and funny fur. That's what ohms are. Oh, and they can sing. Sheep don't do that, right? So in conclusion, it was quite boring, though the singing was nice. And you? Where are you from? I'm from Earth. Is it peaceful there? Far from it. No wonder. You don't have ohms. Come to think of it, I do remember little from those days. Just a few events, the important ones, you know. The moments in between are almost as if they didn't exist at all. Uh-oh, so is something taking our memories like I thought? Her voice carries a subtle hook, leaving you to question whether... Oh, okay, we're back to that. Here. Each character may receive 1 gift per conversation. Gifts can increase or decrease affection level. Some items will influence further interactions, or future interactions. If you don't want to give gifts, simply close the journal. Okay. Ooh, trinkets for the lucky lady! Gimme, gimme! Maybe you would like the bracelet? The companion bracelet? Are you sure you want to give that gift? Sure, let's find out. For me? You got it from Cradletown, right? You know that over there it signifies pretty good friendship with the person you give it to? Yeah, I totally knew that. I used to make these bracelets and sell them to folks in Cradletown. However, I made too many, so Ghost banned me from selling them because the demand for the bracelets dropped rapidly. The market is the death of art. I'm going to take advantage of your affection. I hope you know that. But you can take advantage of mine, too. It'll be hard for me to hide it now. Aw. All right, I'll let you rest. We slayed this conversation. Welcome to the herd. Aw, I'm a part of a herd. Let's talk to the poet. The poet sits in the company of Finch. The robot and the statue gesture to each other. The poet's laugh is slightly distorted yet sincere, almost boyish in its cheerfulness. You don't want to disturb them, but the robot glances in your direction and waves invitingly. Howdy, Abby! How glad I am that you joined us. Our level of familiarity requires us to get to know each other better to determine if we like each other. That's why I'm here, I think. I wanted to talk to you. With me? What a pleasure! What's on your mind? Could you kindly tell me what's going on in Cradletown? Cradletown itself seemed tired. The poet squints his eyes. Something in his forearm rustles as he corrects his hat in a haughty manner. Tired? I don't know how I could describe it any other way. It seemed old, even with people everywhere, and there were so many mirrors. Who put them there? Sheriff, he believed they were meant to protect the town. Until now, I thought most of them would break. I'm glad they at least retained the hat tradition. With me? Okay, so the sheriff did put them there. Somebody's watching us through it, that's for sure. Can you tell me something about yourself? What's your skills? My lens provides something similar to X-ray vision in a thermal scanner. These have many applications, from weapon identification, field scanning, to lie detection. But you asked about my skills. Oh, I excel in anthropology. This knowledge was provided to me after I was taken from my planet and introduced to a new software system along with a different directive. When I fell here, my disk was damaged, and now my past is a bit blurry. Spaceship landings carry certain risks in typical cases, and a collision landing on an alien planet when you're not buckled up even gives you less chances. So are you from the spaceship that's in Cradletown? I think it was a wrench that hit my head and broke my lens. Good thing I didn't lose any data on my favorite original characters. Can you imagine? If I forgot them, it would be as if they never existed. But now I see I am starting to bore you. Let's move on. Now I want to hear about your OCs. What's your title? Are you really a poet? I sure am. My official name is a serial number, which is, suffice to say, way less memorable than I desired to be. Thus, I rebranded myself. I am the poet, the sole poet of Notoria, and to my knowledge I am also the only robotic poet within my home solar system. I find this rather dazzling, so do not confuse my title with modesty, oh no. I am much more than just my code, yet to some I am still a simple AI. I'd like to inquire, what is your opinion of me? I'm amazed by you. You act as if you're a real person. In my world, AI was just getting started and is gross. You're far different from the AIs I know. Liberated, perhaps? I've heard that a couple times. I take it as a compliment for the one who gave me the software that changed my prime directive. Now I can create my own art, not just admire it from a database stored on my disk. But I won't blame you if you only see me as a simple AI acting on its algorithms. Likewise, I see you as a cluster of cells. But maybe, in time, we will see more in each other than our original purpose. What world are you from? I do only possess a few memories of it saved in my disk, but here it is. I come from a livestock farm planet inhabited mostly by cattle and robotic laborers. The only guests on our farm were occasional crewless air forces coming for supplies. I didn't even see a human being for the first 80 years of my existence. It was lonely until all changed. But let's leave that story for another time. The poet does not want to talk about this now. All right, understandable. What if I give you a gift? Yabby, you are so kind. Show me. Oh, well, I hope I have something that you'll like. What about the... You can't eat these. What about the harmonica? Are you sure you want to give that gift? I'll try. Whoosh. Whoosh. No matter how hard I try, no air comes through my speakers. Maybe if I shake my head. Oh, unfortunately, that doesn't work either. Maybe I'll use it to fine-tune myself someday. Alright, so that didn't go as well as the last gift, but we tried. Something clatters inside the poet. It rattles like a faulty turbine, and you both look at the hole in his belly. Ah, you haven't met the most important member of our crew yet. The poet extends his hand. As if on cue, a small bird flies out of his torn abdomen and sits on his finger. It stirs up the dust that has gathered in its nest, a small pile of random twigs and objects. Chirp! Her name is Lassie. She fell along with Finch, so you can say that 2 finches fell that day. Ha ha ha! We are raising her together. Lassie jumps up and looks around, and when she understands that she has been called in vain, she jumps back into her refuge. Thank you for the discourse. Should you need any help, I'll be here. Alright, it was nice chatting with you. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better gift. Let's talk to Finch. As you approach, you hear music. Finch sits near the poet and plays the guitar, using his finely sculpted fingernails, shaping the melody into a characteristic sharp sound. One string is broken and curled up like a serpent. Hello. As you approach him, he stiffs and puts down the guitar. When he gets up, he stumbles over it. You wouldn't think a statue could reflect embarrassment in such detail. Finch tilts his head so that his hair covers his face and sinks into his poncho. I'd like to talk to you. Finch nods bashfully and pulls out his notebook. Before approaching you, he caresses the poet's shoulder as if to say goodbye. Finch hands you the notebook gently. He adjusts his hair, appearing as if all he wanted was to disappear beneath his hood. Aw. Can you... I don't think any of my gifts will work for you, unfortunately. Can you tell me stuff about yourself? Your notebook. How does your notebook work? The words appear on the page at a leisurely pace, arranged in a connected sequence. Magic notebook. These words are my thoughts. The notebook has been bewitched by a certain spell scroller. Ah, sorry, you probably do not know who a spell scroller is. Well, it's not very interesting anyway. All your thoughts go here? Oh, no, that would be quite embarrassing. Only what I want appears here. And that's it. What about your music? Oh, what about my music? You don't like it? I can stop playing at the campfire if it bothers you. It's not that. I just want to know what it means to you. Oh, I just use it to... way less. I found this guitar on the surface once and it became my voice. When people see me, they mostly assume that I'm tough and cold. I'm not. I'm delicate, and through music I can express it. When I first played for Cradle Townsfolk, I felt that others saw my nature. Saw real me behind this rock. What was it, the song that you played for them? It was a simple love song I remember from my past. Can you play it now? Now? For you? No, I don't know you, and I can't play it now anyway. Shame, but I really do like what you play by the fire. Oh, you mean it. It's so weird to be perceived by a stranger after all this time, but it's also inspiring. Sorry, I should have thanked you. I don't really do well with compliments. Well, what about the world you're from? Nothing appears on the paper for a while. Finch escapes with a look and just a shake of his head. Finch does not want to talk about this now. That's all right. I will let you rest. When silence falls between you, it gets uncomfortable rather quickly. Finch brushes the sand with his shoe, and after a brief uncertainty, he reaches out for his notebook, nods, and strides back to the campfire. Well, that was it. We talked to everybody. Couldn't give all the gifts away, but I wasn't sure who to give them to anyway. So I think we just end the day now. End the campfire. As each of your companions slowly makes their way to their tents, Batiste keeps a vigilant lookout. You take a moment to sit on a log and gaze at the sunset. Ooh. You return to your tent. A few minutes after you lie down, the mirror Ghost gave you before you left Cradletown buzzes in your pocket. Will you answer? Oh, so it is some sort of communication. Well, let me look at it. What is it? What do I see? You pull the mirror from your pocket. You stare at your reflection in the mirror. Soon it blurs to reveal Ghost standing in the starship corridor. I knew it! I knew you had something to do with these! Good sunset, Yabby. Who do you want to talk to? Talk to Ghost? Talk to Puna? Don't talk to anyone. Who's Puna? Very well. The reflection in the mirror blurs. It's your face in the mirror. Then it buzzes again, and instead of Ghost, the mirror reflects Puna. Oh, you're Puna! What happened? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to talk. To talk on my break. Yes? Did I interrupt something? No, I was just drawing. Sleeping. I was just sleeping. She throws the sketchbook away, so you won't see it. What do you want? Can you tell me about yourself? Your profession. I'm the sheriff's deputy, and a healer. Extremely boring. Good thing that the need for healing was minimal recently. I couldn't handle dealing with people any more than I already do. Can't you change your profession? I never really thought about it. In my world, changing careers was nearly impossible. Here it's common, yet somehow I can't imagine myself doing anything else. Old trees don't wander the forest. I bet you could change careers if you wanted to. What would you like to do? I enjoyed traveling with the old crew to the surface, seeking out soul vagants and to make deals with, gathering resources, sleeping under the sky, chasing mysteries. But those days are gone. Now I belong to the clinic and sheriff's office, dealing with other people's drama as part of my routine. But it was nice to talk about it. What world are you from? I also wanted to ask everyone this when I fell here, but I was too embarrassed. Anyway, I come from a world called Torka, home only to forests and my people. Perhaps that's where our belief that we come from trees originated. You come from trees? That's what our faith preaches. Trees are quiet, constant, and unchanging. They can't travel. We believe that the mother forests altered some of their children. Thus, creatures with limbs instead of roots emerged from the trees, ones that could travel. That's so boring, I know. I was going to say cool. Oh, if you'd spent your whole life being compared to an oak tree as the ideal of beauty, you wouldn't be so amazed. Yeah, maybe not. What about your skills? I heal quickly. I can also heal other people's wounds. That means I regenerate tissue at will. Really? Yep. But I'm no professional medic. There are some lives I can't save, especially when people have lost too much blood or when their vital organs are beyond repair. I'm not a sculptor either. I can't simply create a missing organ from scratch. A wound or a cut is different, same with a missing finger. It's much simpler to recreate. Some injuries are too severe for me to heal, and if someone isn't entitled to take Nixa, I can't help them. In other cases, I supervise the use of Nixa and monitor how to regenerate folks to ensure there are no side effects. If you cut yourself right now, I could probably heal the wound, however your skin would have ended up looking like tree bark. Oh, okay. Oh, I can give you gifts too. Let's see. But you don't know if I'll like it. What do you have? What about this root? Sure, I mean, I heard that people like it. Well, now we're talking. You won't make a good drink out of this while traveling, but you should save it for later. Later it is. Drinks, a campfire, and talking about the good old times. What do you say? Oh, I didn't think you'd take it as a promise. Well, I'm not good at talking, but after a few shots, maybe my tongue will loosen up. I'll take it from you once we meet. All right, well, what about Nixa? I want to know more about it. Such a remedy seems priceless. Because it is, for two main reasons. Firstly, everyone's magic is much weaker here, and some folks can't use their powers at all. For instance, my healing abilities are much less effective here than they were in my homeworld. Secondly, no one has located Nixa's source. That's why we limit how much Nixa we give to people. I assume the sheriff has already informed you of this. But if it appears when someone falls, it should be underground. But it's not there. It's so frustrating. We've been here for so long, and we still don't know how it fills the craters. Why does it appear exactly when we need healing the most? Ugh, it always has bugged me. What do you think about it? Aliens. We are aliens here. Yeah, but what if it's the little green dudes with probes? You know what? Forget it. It's been a long time since anyone has fallen, so we weren't prepared to collect Nixa from your crater when we saw the comet. The sheriff will certainly send Lima and Jocko there, but the storm has probably dispersed anything that remained. Alright, I'll let you rest. Yabby, I didn't think you would get as far as you have. You're doing a good job. Take care. I'll go get the sheriff. Alright, do I have time to talk to Ghost? I don't trust you, but I'm interested to hear about you. What would you like to know? I have something for you. Yabby, that's very kind. What is it? Here, glassberries. I was told that humans kinda like these, maybe? Glassberries? Where did you find them? Ah, right, you were at the saloon. Bell gave them to you, didn't he? The last time I tried to buy some from him, he said he didn't have any in stock. Who's laughing now, huh? Please don't tell him I gave them to you. Well, no one is actually laughing, but at least I'll have something sweet. I'm sorry for talking so much, I'm just excited. I have a sweet tooth. Thank you, Yabby. Keep this for me until we meet. I will. Can you tell me something about yourself? Your skills. My skills? Well, I have the ability to find any information I desire. In fact, it's a curse, not a skill. How does it work? What do you actually do? I mustn't tell you. What if the curse passes to you? It could? No, I'm just teasing. Like everyone in my homeworld, I was born with the ability to cast curses. However, those of us who were cursed could not pass them on to others. At best, we could try to break the curse. When I fell here, I tried to break my curse with the help of the local magicians, but it didn't work. When I tried to get rid of it myself, I discovered that the power that allowed my people to cast curses was ineffective here. Yet the curse remained. Well, that's bullshit. That sucks. Ironic, isn't it? Why would you try to get rid of a skill like that? It seems useful at the very least. At the time, I thought it might help me get back home. It's a long story for another time. Ghost does not want to talk about this now. Alright, understandable. Well, what world are you from? You said that you were human like me, but it seems like you're a different human from a different world? My world. Filled with narrow alleys that wind between towering tenements, all shrouded in fog. This fog has inspired our poets and become the subject of many studies. One of our legends tells of a powerful cursebreaker who was once rejected by his lover. In his despair, he wished that she would never see the sun again. His curse allegedly came true, and an eternal fog descended upon my homeland. Not even the strongest cursebreakers could lift it. As a result, my people only knew of the warmth of the sun through history books. It was a harsh world. Our laws didn't allow for exceptions. They were strict and unforgiving. I used to hate it when I was younger, but now I understand it more. My people could curse anyone. All we needed were the right words and strong will. I now see that the penalties must be strict enough to keep such a society in line. Oh, your people could catch curses just like that? It wasn't that simple. To cast a curse, you have to be able to clearly express your intentions and actually mean them. It also depends on the person. Some people find it easier than others, but theoretically, yes, anyone can cast a curse. If everyone could cast curses in my world, there would be total anarchy and chaos. I'm sure they already do that in their own way. They wish ill upon one another. Their words just don't have the power to be fulfilled in an instant. They require action. And what about blessings? Oh, they happened, yes, but rarely. How often do people genuinely wish good things for others with pure intentions? People rarely wish others well and mean it. I must return there. Why? It sounds dreadful. That's what it was like, but it was mine. And I left something important there. I plan to return to it. For it. What was it then? A person? Or something else? What about your necklace? I think I saw an odd reflection in that pendant earlier. Is it magical? No, it's just a mirror. You'll find many of them in Cradletown. Do they mean something? Not really. According to one legend, mirrors attract a protective gaze, but in reality, they simply enlarge the space. Ghost delicately picks his pendant up and turns it in his fingers. It only reflects his face. I don't know about that. I think there's something you're not telling me, but alright. What about Notoria? Most of Notoria's landscape is pretty much the same. Rugged mountains and vast deserts. North? Travel far enough north and you'll reach the burning sea. To get to it, you have to pass the giant dead creatures that wash up ashore. We don't use it as a means of transport because of its strange reputation. The farther you stray into these waters, the stranger the melodies you'll hear from the depths. Very few were brave or ignorant enough to cross the sea, and none of them returned to tell the tale. Maybe they found something on the other side. What about south? The south is plagued by sandstorms and warped gravity. It can be crossed with the right means of transportation, but beyond that lies complete darkness. Doesn't the sun reach there at all? It doesn't. This is a refuge for those who can escape the law. Anything that wants to hide from the light wanders southward. Huh, I wonder which way we're wandering. Did I hear that already? Been doing a lot of talking. East. If you head east, you're bound to get wet. Constant downpours have turned the desert there into a deadly, deceptive swamp. The inhabitants of these areas reject advanced technology in favor of magic, and they're fiercely territorial. Though the magic of Notoria is weak, they've managed to maintain it and have no intention of sharing it with outsiders. If you head there, you're sure to lose everything you own. Your belongings, your mind. Oh, that's not good. What about west? The west is our trading ground. The largest settlements are located there, and many of them have established trade agreements with us. We currently share a trade pact with the Water Kingdom, though we haven't heard from them in a while. Soul Vagans often travel there as well, drawn from the various biome patches. Biome patches? Distinct terrains, often full of unique resources that differ from regular Notoria deserts. So are those pieces from other worlds also being pulled here? The rooted mountain range lies farther west. It stretches for miles and forms a border that we rarely cross, as bypassing it would take several weeks. The only way through mountains is the Boogeyman's Pass. Why such a name? Those who cross the pass reported sightings of strange creatures. As stories have spread, the place has gained a bad reputation, especially since many Solovagans who traveled there disappeared without a trace. Descriptions of the monsters are incomplete and nothing has been documented, hence the name. Beyond the mountains lies more desert, what a surprise. Our people don't risk traveling there as we have no interest in these parts. Notoria is unforgiving. It gives us little and takes much in return. However, I have a feeling you will learn more about it soon. Well, that's all I can know. As you wish. We'll skip. Think I'm gonna get some rest. Good night, then, so to speak. So to speak. The image on the mirror fades away, reflecting your tired face. You finally fall asleep, likely from exhaustion. Good night, everybody. Darkness in your dream feels distinct. It's charged with a sense of eager expectation, and you detect a faint sound. Oh, please hurry, Talewarden. Who are you? Oh, I wonder if that's the person in the mirrors. I don't know. Thank you for playing the demo version of Talewarden, Riders of the New Day. We hope the story has intrigued you. It's yours, after all. The full game will feature many secrets to uncover, a complete journal, 30+ characters to meet, and 30+ explorable locations. If you'd like to support us on this journey, please consider giving us feedback by taking a survey or wishlisting on Steam. See you there, Talewarden. How awesome! This was so good! Ooh, I'm excited! Awesome! This was a lot of fun. Thank you to all creators for lending their works, which made this game possible. How awesome! We got sound effects. Beautiful. What an amazing demo. That was a lot of fun. We only learned a little bit, but I'm really excited to learn what else we'll learn, especially about these people at the campfire who I assume we're going to meet near the end of Act 1. We joined them for something, and Ghost seems to know we're there, but they're wanted, so I'm wondering how we end up with them. And I don't think is this... Oh, yeah, I think this is Puna. Maybe? The tail looks familiar. But either way, I'm very curious to see who we'll meet and what else we'll learn. This was a very fun demo, and I'm really excited for the full game to come out. I want to learn more about Notoria. Why are we here? Why are they calling us the Talewarden? And who is asking for our help? But I figure we'll find out about that when the full game comes out. Until then, make sure to check out the demo, support the devs, wishlist the game, because this looks like it's going to be an awesome one. And if you enjoyed my playthrough of it, I play a lot of games on my channel, especially indie games. They're my favorite. If you have any recommendations or other demos you want me to check out, please let me know. And until next time, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourselves. Remember to enjoy some chats around the campfire, and have a good day.